waiting in they do.
Nice way to segue into our conversation here, because we have a topic today and we want to ask you a question. In fact, I should ask you a question straight up.
Okay.
Can your kids speak Pidgin English?
They can. I discourage it. Okay. And I know they fully understand it.
But they can.
But they can.
All right, fantastic. And they're how old again?
They're going to be, well, they're 9 now.
9
so they're going to be 10.
My daughter's going to be 7.
Okay.
And only just yesterday evening, we discovered that she cannot speak Pidgin English. She might understand what you're saying in bits, but she cannot actually construct her own. And it got me thinking. I believe that Pidgin English is actually a legacy. I think that it's one of the best languages in Nigerian history. Why? Because wherever you go in Nigeria, you will get away with communicating with people if you can speak Pidgin English. By extracting or by subtracting that ability from our kids, thinking that we're raising bourgeois children, are we doing them a disservice? Because I've met people, grown-ups, who cannot speak Pidgin English, whether in learned societies or in C-class or D-class societies. Yeah. They're unable to. They're alienated when they go to the market. They're alienated from conversations with regular people because people think that they're being a bit too, upper class for them, that kind of thing. Okay. So is it a disservice if your kids cannot speak Pidgin English? To round it up, we've agreed that we have to start teaching our daughters to speak Pidgin English.
Wow. So even back then, I was also discouraged growing up, but there's something I would say we found a way to pick it up. Because I've always said this at different times, that look, your children will pick up stuff from their peers faster than they'll pick up from their parents. True. So you have to, that's why I've always said that ensuring that your kids' friends are your friends is paramount. So you like what you're going to do, I don't know how easy it might be for you, but I know it will be easier for her.
Just pick it up from outside.
If her peers can do. And then something, a number of people might want to say, why would you teach your kids to read? But there's something you mentioned while you were introing what we're talking about now. It's acceptable. It's accepted nationwide. You go to some places, the common ground might be Pidgin. You go to the market, woman. You can't tell her, I'm looking for mackerel.
I would like to buy some mackerel, please.
All right, I like to buy some mackerel.
Okay, so can I come in here?
Go ahead, please.
So, as Mike said, I believe they'll pick it up eventually. But I'm not going to use that as a foundation, right? So I would rather the foundation is rather solid in proper grammar, or what we call Nigerian English, or even better, their native tongue, which is Yoruba.
Can they speak Yoruba?
Than Pidgin.
How well do they speak Yoruba?
So they speak Yoruba, but the intonation isn't perfect. Mine isn't perfect either. But the truth is they understand every single instruction, especially if they're in trouble. But I would rather, so I would rather teach them their native tongue than teach them Pidgin. That's just a personal preference.
Okay. Well, you see, the thing with native tongue, it's only going to be, it's restricted to if they're in this part of the country.
True.
If they are in Sokoto, for instance, would they be able to use their native tongue to get out of trouble? No, but would they stand a better chance using Pidgin English?
Possibly, yes. Possibly. Yes. But now, the challenge we've had as parents these days is you have nannies and helps that come in to the home, and they end up speaking Pidgin to the kids anyway. And sometimes it becomes a problem, such a problem that when they get into school, it's hard for them to actually construct complete sentences.
No. In your case, I think you've already laid a foundation. There's nothing that's ever going to spoil that foundation.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, no.
You'd be surprised.
I'm a product of such a home.
Because if they're in class and then they say it's this way, and then their classmates that they really actually like or want to feel among with says, this is how it is, they tend to believe them.
I do voiceovers for a living. I was raised foundation English, Pidgin English after. We communicated in Pidgin English in my home. However, our English was perfect growing up. And it's not affected in
But I don't think that might be the case in every...
Now, I was going to come there and say, because you said something about I can't remember how you put it. But how they can pick it up.
From their peers,
had to pick it up as well. But the fact is this, the conditions that you grew up in are very different from the conditions these kids are growing up in. Now, I'll tell you why. My daughter is growing up in a compound that's gated, and she can't go out to meet other kids except the kids that are inside of the compound. Now, these kids also speak English. Conditions are very different. She's not going to get the opportunity in school. The school she goes to discourages them speaking Pidgin English.
Okay, now that's something. Now, I remember we now have media organizations that have
that broadcast.
Pidgin departments.
Beautiful.
That broadcast in Pidgin. What does that even tell you? People are studying Pidgin.
Yes.
Apart from even studying Yoruba study. So we have to get to the point where it is dissuaded. We just have to get to the point that let them know how to do it and pari passu, side by side. It is not, I mean, people now broadcast, like you said, when you can broadcast. So it is in their best interest that they also learn. I know that foreign languages now are the in thing.
Oh, Mike, it's like you're reading my mind.
There's Italian, there's French.
Mandarin.
And all of that. It is. But not all of them will have the opportunity to go outside the country.
Yeah.
And if they go, they might not stay there for so long. If they're going to be here, they've been growing up here. Yes, plan them for outside, but I would agree with Mazino.
It's a case of man knows thyself.
For them
if you're not Nigerian enough, first off, you want to go and start communicating outside.
You'd be surprised.
That Pidgin here.
So a lot of
especially if you're going to
okay, so you do realize that Pidgin itself is also evolving. There were some words that existed when we were growing up that are not really as used anymore. So in the end, I still prefer they learn the one that is current rather than creating.
And see those current ones, you know what I mean? No. Let that current one. Hey,
okay.
For me personally,
but
Pidgin would be, if I speak Pidgin with you, it would mean that I'm a bit more familiar with you. That's what happens. It would be that there are some kind of people that, even though both of us are native, we can speak good English, but we cannot communicate in English.
You have to have a special relationship with the person.
Yeah, normally.
Okay,
but normally,
special story, a personal story. I came in from the UK at age 10. I had never heard a word of Pidgin ever in my life. It took me 9 months
to start speaking it.
9 months, and I had to. I didn't have a choice because I was in a community where that was the only way to communicate, and I wasn't getting the intonation right. I wasn't getting anything.
Well, you made it this
far. I made it. So I feel like we should just let the kids evolve.
We go try round up now as we talk as they go like this. Make me say you teach your Pekin them, they sabi how to wind their mouth, they speak Pidgin because pay is necessary.
Really?
So now, like, we'll take end everything. If you get any comments, we won't make sure you won't make you use the hashtag WakeUpNigeriaOnTVC. We'll catch you now later.
Titi.
We'll be right back.